Hey everybody, so I figured for the 300th video I've posted, I want to do something special. So if you watched last night's video, you saw I had a plethora of work to do. So here's the end results. Now I don't have the heads for everybody yet, but the decals were what I was mostly doing. So here's the progress I made. So Matt Morgan's done. I finished up painting. I added the kick pads. So it's mostly his TNA look. I feel like I was going to originally go with the WWF early look of him. And I may still do that, depends on the head. I think the head though is too dark tan, the TNA one, so loved it. It made him way bigger because you're using the Undertaker Ultimate Boot mold. So he looks good. I'm careful with these because they're not quite dried up yet, but here's Funaki. So as you saw last time, he was pretty much almost done except for the decals. So there's the SmackDown, the stripes. Obviously, I probably could add a little more stripe on that side, but I wanted to make sure they stayed perfectly balanced and they're equal. So there's Funaki. Oh, look at that, see? Did damage it? Didn't damage it. Okay. So put that back over there to rest carefully. With Shad, I just kind of touched up his hair because it was fading. His tattoo is sealed now. So he's pretty much done waiting for the arms to arrive back. Slater, a little more of a challenge, but there is the arm tattoos, the shoulders, I should say. I kind of just wrapped over the existing ones. Obviously, he's got some more tattoos now, but I'm going for his. This is what he kind of was wearing. This is the look he had before he would leave WWE and start adding more tattoos. So I think it looks great. It looks definitely ready. He just needs to dry now. Marcus Corvon. This one took a little bit more work because I had to basically cut that tiger face into 4 parts to make it kind of pop a little. You can see there's a little bit of missing gap right there. However, I feel like the stripes, zip it down a little bit there. For some reason, it's not focusing. Sorry. There we go. So the stripes are working really well. Sealed there. Pounce, of course, I'll be adding a little bit more paint to try to blend out that white on the sides. But honestly, from afar, that's what really matters, right? Display pieces. Unless they're looking up close. Can you tell me the difference? I really can't. So there's that one. Up here, trying to keep the names of the clients private. Lance is almost done. So there is the Lance, Cade, and Murdoch. So it's now drying, it'll blend in, and then I'll apply using a little bit more paint to blend it in a little better. Get rid of some of these smudges to it. Venus is not done yet because he's been in pain. So unfortunately I destroyed one decal trying to do it because I did it too soon. So I'm really taking my time. I'm Mod Podging it first because there's silver underneath this that every time I put the micro set onto it, it starts to get into it. And then it becomes just really hard to stick the decal. So I'm hoping that by Mod Podging a few layers, and letting it dry really well, I can then Mod Podge, or I can then put the decal on, let it dry, use some micro sole as well, and then just kind of Mod Podge, or use spray on if that's another method someone told me to look into. Nunzio is just drying. We got the tattoo on there. I even took and painted the hair because there was missing parts here and there, so he got a new dye job. FBI Full Blood Italians. Really hard to set on lower keisters, so it kind of does look a little bit off balance a little bit. Jindrak, not the most difficult person. The only thing I need to do is still remove that part of that tattoo. But there is the MJ on there. It's been Mod Podged twice. I was told by the custom person that all you gotta do is just use very little detail. And then just Mod Podge over. If you do too much, it'll be too shiny. It don't seem too shiny for me from the distance. The tattoo works really well. It is, a small, simple thing. Very tiny, very hard to put on when it's super, super tiny like that. So yeah, so there was the success. Kid Cash, I already put him away. I finished up the Masato Tanaka as far as painting goes. But I'm going to hold off on building the decals right now and let that really dry up there. So pretty much Morgan's done. The formula for him was pretty simple. Use a Goldberg body, switch out the legs to Mean Mark Callis, and let me look at the height difference here compared to the two. Especially Funaki. Let's get Funaki over here. I feel like Funaki with the Chad Gable legs, I feel like that's definitely, cruiserweight to a big man. So, and someone said, you're limiting yourself because Ultimate only have so many torsos, and that is true. Ultimate only have a few torsos. But, I'm trying to build an Ultimate roster, so maybe if they build more torsos, that'd be cool. The only issue is that they're starting to change them up to make it more challenging. So, and, Jakks Pacific had limited torsos. Mattel still has limited torsos. So, I mean, if that Eddie Guerrero coming out has, older style, great. I can make myself probably a Chavo. I can make myself probably Alberto Del Rio. But if not, I'll keep working what I can, and I'll go from there. Obviously, I just started doing this in November, so I'm not, super skilled and whatnot, but I loved the way I believe I did really well in the siding. So I want to make sure they matched, and I feel like they matched. Pounce is really nice. It did get a little crumply here and there, but I think it's part of the aesthetic. And then you got the line. The problem was with this one, decal was so big. So you kind of have to, unfortunately, the mouth is like down in the crotch area, but it does work. I mean, I guess I could maybe make him taller, but Corvan wasn't exactly super tall. He was just really ripped. So I can't wait for the head to come back from Cujo, who's painting the Marcus Corvan head to match the Bobby Lashley. So hopefully that works really well. And then, of course, I was very happy with this. Originally, I was going to have a t-shirt that just said, "I got kids" over it to cover up the shoulders, to cover up the missing tattoos on the shoulders. With the tattoo decal, I just kind of wrapped over the existing tattoo because really it was, it's just a lot of stuff combined on top of each other. So you can't, from a distance, can you see the difference? I really can't. I see it's perfectly balanced right there. The nice thing is it actually even went a little further into the wrap than the original did. Very happy with Funaki. Again, it's Chad Gable legs. Used an Edge Legends crotch piece. I just acetoned off because I realized that you can acetone off pretty nicely the decals on a tire painted flesh, but with flesh it eats away the flesh, so don't do that. But I acetoned off. Rubbing alcohol, of course, could work as well. I didn't have much success trying to take off a vest when I was trying to build Shad Gaspar originally when I didn't do decals. So I tried that. It went off real easily. I mean, it's still very clean. And like I said, I made sure to do the best I could. Take your time when you're lining these up because they can become a chore. I start with the SmackDown one first. I haven't Mod Podged over these yet. I'm going to let them dry for a little while. I'm looking at the spray solution as well, but I'm told just a little bit goes a long ways. If you do too much, too soon, too quickly, you could lose the decal. I did lose Corvan's decal during a phase, and I had to go and just grab another one and cut it properly and do the best I could to reattach it. And for the most part, like I said, it looks like Corvan. It's got the pounce. So I guess I can call him Monty Brown. You can call him Corvan. Whatever you remember him for. Honestly, it's probably more Monty Brown than anything. But that is the 300th video. I want to thank the subscribers. I think when I started doing this back in November, I had like 7 people subscribed. So I'm hoping this still goes on. I'm hoping I can still build more people. I still have a lot more planned, including Raven, including Credible, and Lynn, and so many others. So you just got to stay tuned. Of course, I still have tons of formulas to share. But again, I want to say thank you for the people who have joined in. I want to thank you for the people who give me feedback. By the way, the person who gave me the feedback on the Wade Barrett, genius idea. I went and bought one immediately. Because, Heidenreich is going to be one that's coming. I'm waiting for the head to arrive. So I'll be building him as well. I got the decals all for him. So I feel like this is a great, not action figure surgery, because this was not surgery. This is a creation, if you will. I Frankenstein these guys all together. I found the parts. I Frankenstein them all together. Sorry, I'm holding my dog right now. So I will do individual what's the formulas of these once they are complete. Of course, obviously some heads have to come back. I'll probably, once they're dry and I modged them and they're sealed for good, I'll probably show off much more details. But again, thanks for everybody who follows this and gives me those tips. And a shout out again to Curb Stomp City. I wouldn't be able to do any of this stuff without his decal work. I wouldn't be able to do anything without Mark and his expertise and helping me out with this. So the journey's been awesome. I know there's some community creators out there, customizers out there who have like issues with others and whatnot, and you need to pick sides. I'm not going to do any of that kind of stuff. The idea is It's a passion. It's a hobby. Some people are way, have more talented skills uh, when it comes to like painting and such, and I commend them for that. I don't have any painting skill, but I won't sit there and not reach out to somebody and go, hey, can you paint this? Can I pay you? Can I exchange my money and my service, for your services? And they want to take the formulas. These formulas are not exclusive. I wouldn't be sharing them if I want to keep them a secret. I want these to be, done. If people really want to build ultimates, and that's your goal, is you think ultimates are your end all, or you just want to, build your favorite guys from the Jax days into the new style so they can blend in with your shelf a little better. Here's how you do it. I mean, it takes a little bit of time, takes some energy and effort, but also reach out to customizers out there. I'll never take commissions because I'm not good enough to do commissions. So I will never ever expect someone to pay me top dollar to give them, my limited skills. But until next time, check back. Of course, Fig Fed News is all the way. I've booked all that stuff till June. So every week there always comes out another one. So keep checking that if you like to follow it. There might be another brand added, or might be brand taken away. I'm not sure yet. I'm still kind of deciding. I'm taking a week off from promoting any more videos of that since I'm so far ahead, because I want to wait till more people arrive to start building other stuff. Of course, I'll be coming back when Val is dried up and ready to go with his decal right there. So hopefully that works out. And if you need body parts, feel free to check my Mercari page. Till next time.